What's going on? I just had a question to ask. I just had a customer ask me a question about tire pressure, and I figure a lot of people don't actually know a lot about tire pressure, so I figured I'd make a little video, just a quick explanation of exactly how it works. I'm going to do an example on my 88 Accord that I like to daily drive. So when it comes to tire pressure, you want to make sure that you have enough tire pressure in it so that you can keep your rim from touching the ground. With tire pressure, if you have too much tire pressure, it can be bad. If you have too little tire pressure, it can also be bad. But when it comes to your tire pressure, if you don't have a proper amount of pressure in your tire, it can cup so that it kind of bows over like that, or it can do the complete opposite and go under like that. So you put more wear on the outside, or you put more wear on the inside. So it's really important to make sure you get the right amount of tire pressure in your tire. So with that excess wear, that means that you're going to be wearing down those specific areas on your tire, and that just is not good for the tire. It wears down those spots sooner, meaning that you need to replace your tires sooner than had you had the proper tire pressure in it. On top of that, because it's arcing and going concave, it's not making full contact with the road. You want your tire to be completely flat with the road to give you the most traction from your tire to the ground. If you don't have traction, we all know it's a lot more risky to drive around. It can wind up having understeer, oversteer, even if it's on the rear tires. It can just be a really bad time, and you want to make sure that you're safe in your vehicle. So tire pressure is very, very, very important. So now you're probably wondering how to check it and how to know what tire pressure is good for you. So how to check it, you need to go to an auto parts store or something like that, see if they have some sort of reader. They're like a couple bucks at most. It's not going to break the bank. You would essentially take your little cap off right here on the valve stem, and then what you would do is you would take it and hook it right up to that thing. You would just press down on it. You'll hear a little bit of air escape. Don't worry, it's completely fine. There's not enough air coming out to actually do any damage. You'll hear the air escape, and the little needle or whatever your gauge is should then take a read of what the tire pressure is. So now you have this reading. How do you know whether or not it's good or bad? So what you do is you go to your door, your driver's side door, and on 99% of vehicles there's going to be a little sticker that looks something like this on either the door jamb or on the side of the door itself. The car is old, and this is actually a lower tire pressure than most modern cars, but mine asks for 26 PSI. So I'm in my wash bay. This is essentially a brand new Charger that we just took in. If you look at the door jamb on this is what a tire pressure thing normally looks like. So it actually has different tire pressure readings for the front and the rear. You can see right here it says 32 PSI in the front, 32 PSI in the rear, and that's actually more normal for what you want to do. Okay, so now you've taken a measurement of your tires, and now you know where your tire pressure should be. Let's say you have too little air in your tire. Let's say you have 30 PSI worth of air in your tires right now, and you need to get it to 32. How do you get it to the 32? Well, unfortunately, you're going to have to take it to a service center unless you have an air compressor at home with all the proper equipment. And if you have that at home, I don't think you'll be watching this video. So if you were to come into a service center, we would use something like this. This is what's called an air chuck. What this does is that we squeeze this little lever right here, and it lets air come out of the nozzle there, and you can actually see the tire pressure through this little bubble right here. They also make digital ones if you ever want to do it yourself. But that's how you would add air to your system. Now let's say you have too much air in your system. That's a way easier fix. Coming back to my Accord, for example, if you have too much air, there you see this little dot on the valve cover right there, the little dot looking pin in the center of it. All you got to do is you push down on the center of that, and it'll let air escape. It's called a Schrader valve. If you push that Schrader valve in, it'll let all the air run past it, therefore decreasing your tire pressure. If you're letting air escape, do be careful to not let too much out. You really only want to do a little bit at a time. Otherwise, if you run below where you need to get your tire pressure at, you have to come to a dealership to get it fixed. But if you have any questions or anything like that, give me a call, let me know. 314-239-3195. That is my personal cell phone. Feel free to call me any day or night. Other than that, I hope you are all happy, healthy, and safe, and take care out there.